The top 11 wide receiver cornerback matchups of the 2020 NFL season. My number 11 matchup comes in Week 4 between Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones and Green Bay Packers cornerback Jari Alexander. Jones on one end is a formidable force, a physical freak, but he can go up and catch every single contested ball. Tough challenge here. He goes up against Jari Alexander, who's one of the scrappiest cornerbacks in the NFL. He's known for that incompletion percentage. He's known for getting his hands in there and breaking up passes. So you got a guy with one of the best hands in the NFL going up against a guy that can scrap and tear a ball out of any receiver's hands. My 10th ranked matchup comes in Week 7 and Week 11 between DK Metcalf of the Seattle Seahawks going up against cornerback Patrick Peterson of the Cardinals. Metcalf is the king of jump balls. He can reach over any cornerback to get the ball. He goes up against a consistent lockdown cornerback, Patrick Peterson, who has the most coverage snaps following a #1 wide receiver in the league. Crazy statistic. I think the Seahawks found a way to win last year, that is getting the ball to Metcalf. And when they played Peterson last year, Metcalf had 0 catches and they lost. Interesting going into Week 7 next year. My 9th ranked matchup comes in Week 8 and Week 16 between Cowboys wide receiver Amari Cooper and Eagles cornerback Darius Slay. Cooper on one end has a huge catch radius that Prescott can throw to and can make a huge play out of nothing. Darius Slay has been a ball hawk in his career, led the league in picks only a couple years ago. I love this matchup because Cooper has always had success against the Eagles, but he has never had success against Darius Slay. I want to see if Darius Slay coming to the Eagles will be able to stop Amari Cooper. It's going to be interesting. My 8th ranked matchup comes in Week 3 between Packers wide receiver Davante Adams going up against Marshawn Lattimore of the New Orleans Saints. Adams has excellent route running, puts defenders on their feet, and it seems like he's Rodgers' only guy to throw to. Marshawn Lattimore, on the other hand, is a former Rookie of the Year, and quarterbacks avoid his side because he takes the #1 wide receiver out. I love this matchup because Rodgers constantly throws to Davante Adams, and I don't know if he's going to be able to because Marshawn Lattimore has a consistency of taking the #1 guy out. Number 7 comes in Week 12 between Keenan Allen of the Chargers going up against cornerback of the Buffalo Bills, Tre'Davious White. Keenan Allen is another one of these guys that has amazing route running. His first step off the line to the way he breaks off routes is incredible. He goes up against Tre'Davious White, who is a smart, athletic corner, tied for the most picks in the league. He held guys like McLaurin, OBJ, and Cortland Sutton to under 60 yards. I like this matchup because of previous history. Allen has dominated the Bills and Tre'Davious White. This is a redemption game for White. I want to see how he plays Keenan Allen. Number 6 comes in Week 13 between Stephon Diggs of the Bills and Richard Sherman of the 49ers. Both these guys have huge respects for each other. Diggs on one hand is a dynamic receiver in open field and has a nasty double move. Sherman is a smart, veteran cover corner who aggressively breaks on routes, but sometimes too aggressively, and that's why this matchup will be interesting. Diggs has always been shut down by Sherman, but it could be different because Sherman was very aggressive in the playoffs. In the NFC Championship, he got burned by Davante Adams, and in the Super Bowl, he got beat with a double move by Sammy Watkins. That is Stephon Diggs' strength, the double move. Number 5 comes in Week 4 between Mike Evans of the Bucs and Casey Hayward of the LA Chargers. Evans has been the franchise leader in receptions for the Bucs. He's been Winston's guy to just throw it up to, but now he's got the GOAT in Tom Brady. He goes up against Casey Hayward, who has the ability to force Hall of Fame quarterbacks to not even throw to his side. Tom Brady didn't look his way in the 2018 divisional round. Patty Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers didn't complete one pass to a receiver on Hayward's side last year. So it's interesting to see if Tom Brady will actually test Casey Hayward. He hasn't had a big receiver since Randy Moss, and he gets to throw all these dimes to Mike Evans now. Number 4 comes in at Week 1 and Week 14 between Odell Beckham Jr. of the Browns and Marcus Peters of the Ravens. OBJ is one of the craziest athletes we've ever seen in sports history, but he does allow DBs to get in his head. Marcus Peters is that guy. He's chippy, aggressive. He claps in opposing receivers' faces, but he also is skillful. He can take any pick to the house, but sometimes he can get beat deep. So this is going to be interesting because it's going to be chippy. Marcus Peters stopped OBJ twice last year, and OBJ came out after Peters' extension last year and said, "I can't wait." Number 3 is the challenge of the Ohio State Buckeyes between Mike Thomas of the Saints and Jeff Okudah of the Lions. Mike Thomas almost won MVP last year. He is a reception machine. No one has been able to stop him. Okudah will get his chance Week 4. He was the 3rd pick in the draft. He has a resemblance of Jalen Ramsey, and he has a great size to box out receivers from getting the ball. This is going to be the best receiver going up against the best rookie corner. So will this be a learning experience for Jeff Okudah, or will he stick his way with Mike Thomas and make a statement to the rest of the league that he can play? Number 2 comes in at week 4 between Tyreek Hill of the Chiefs and Stephon Gilmore of the Patriots. Tyreek is a speedy guy who can burn a corner deep at any moment, so corners play off him and he can run those underneath routes as well. Stephon Gilmore, on the other hand, is ranked the best corner last year. He's known to run routes for receivers, plays very well against those speedy guys, but he is not a true shutdown corner. We saw this last time they met in 2018, week 6. Tyreek went for 3 touchdowns and 142 yards. AFC Championship, Stephon Gilmore's assignment went up to cover Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek had 0 catches. How will the Patriots play Stephon Gilmore against Tyreek Hill this time? We have to thank the number 1 matchup of 2020 to the Arizona Cardinals for going out and getting DeAndre Hopkins and bringing him into a division with Jalen Ramsey. These guys have prior experience in the AFC East, and now they are taking it to the NFC West. Week 13 and Week 17 will be showdowns, the battle of the All-Pros, the 6th matchup of many more between the two. You got DeAndre Hopkins, who had back-to-back All-Pro selections, great all-around receiver, hands, routes, catch radius. You can't name one flaw about him. Ramsey, on the other hand, has been to a Pro Bowl every year he's been in the league, has an All-Pro appearance, he's quick, has elite size, applies big hits, and has a great intelligence of the game. These guys have major respect for each other, and their matchups have been very even. It seems like they go back and forth every single time, so you cannot predict what will happen. I'm so excited. Get your popcorn ready. That is my top 11 wide receiver cornerback matchups in 2020. Let me know yours in the comments below. Thank you guys.